Hey guys, it's Mike with Klinkloans. We are a local hard money lender in Gilbert, Arizona, and we help real estate investors get deals done quick and easy and increase the joy of real estate investing. Hey, one thing that we came up with to increase people's joy is a program called the Cash Out Hack. Now, this program is specifically if you are a real estate investor where you're taking down properties that probably need rehab, that you increase the value, but you're planning on holding it long term. So any long-term hold situation, we've come up with a solution to help you get the most equity and leverage out of your property while also keeping your costs as low as possible for the long run. So here's what most investors do to maximize their equity. Usually if they come across a property, they will purchase it. They'll either use like a hard money loan or maybe they'll use their own cash. They will then go ahead and rehab the property, whether they finance those costs or not. But then the value of that property increases, right? So then they'll often go to a conventional or traditional lender because you want the lowest rate possible for the life of that loan, right? To help keep your profits as high as possible. And so they will do a cash out refinance in order to take as much money as possible out of the property that was just improved. They'll pay off their existing balance and then get additional cash out. So then now you can use that cash for another project. The problem with this strategy is one, when you do a cash out refinance, there's often a seasoning period where you have to wait 6 months from the time you've purchased the property before you can close the refinance. So if your rehab gets done in 3 to 4 months, you're now sitting, if you have a hard money loan, you're now sitting on those holding costs for an additional 2 months longer than really what you could or should. Secondly is cash out refinances are higher risk to banks. And so with the higher risk comes a higher rate. So cash out refinance as opposed to a rate term where you're just paying off the existing balance is going to be a higher interest rate, which means you're going to pay higher costs, higher interest for the life of that loan, however long you're in it. If it's 10, 15, 20, 30 years, whatever it may be. So here's our solution to that problem. We call it the cash out hack. And what it looks like is when you are first looking at purchasing a property, we will ask you, hey, what do you think the property is going to appraise for when you're done with it? And then what is your loan amount? What do you think you're going to get from your conventional, your traditional lender? Is it going to be 75% or 80% of whatever it appraises for? Then what we do is we set up our loan to match what you think the exit loan will be. We will still just lend you what you need for the purchase. But then as you have done renovations and you've increased the value of the property, once it's complete, we'll have you start the refinance process with your conventional lender. Once you start that process, you order an appraisal with them. When that appraisal comes back, we now know what it will appraise for. And so we will now match the loan amount that you're going to be able to get with that new lender. So before you close out your loan with us, we then give you one last cash out draw, LTV draw, in order to help you maximize as much equity out of the property as possible. So now we're matching your new loan amount, what the new lender is going to be able to do. And then your new loan is now a rate term refinance because you're paying off an existing loan and you're not taking additional cash out. So this helps with two different things. Again, one, when you're doing a rate term refinance with your lender, a lot of times that rate is going to be lower than if you're doing a cash out. So you're getting the cash out with us first and then completing the refinance rate term. Secondly, it also takes away the seasoning period requirement. You now no longer have to wait 6 months in order to complete that refinance. So with the hard money loan, if you're paying higher interest, you can now maybe get this refinanced in 3 to 4 months as opposed to 6 months. That's going to decrease your holding costs. So you're going to have savings short term, and with the lower rate, if you hold on to it for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, you're going to have savings for the long term. So hope this makes sense, guys. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, but we hope this is a program that increases your joy and helps you be successful in real estate investing. Thanks.